do my session, but my name is Anirudh Kumar. I'm from Calgary, Canada, and I'm the director of CAIPi. And it is a pleasure to meet with everyone here today. This is nighttime here, so good evening to folks from the North American continent, and good morning to folks joining from India.
Anirudh, can you switch on your camera? Yeah, that would be great. So I expect that everyone will share a brief with their camera on, and then we'll proceed further. Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we start with, so I'll just call out the names based on the sequence I'm seeing it on my screen here. So let's start with Janani.
Hi, good evening. This is Janani here. I live in Calgary too. So good evening. Yeah.
Good evening. Very nice to meet you. And hopefully one of these days, let's catch up and let's meet face to face. That'll be very nice.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. And I have done my master's in computer application, but I've lived 14 years in Dubai and I was never into IT, and I was into electrical estimation and sales coordination. I'm looking at this course because I really want to kickstart my career in IT. That's the main goal.
It's not IT, it's data. They are actually different.
Anything,
and that will
into computers, I mean to say.
This will kickstart your career. I gotta tell you that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Janani. Great meeting you. Next person on my list here, Lenworth McKinley.
Yes, good evening. Good night from Jamaica, Caribbean. I have a BSc in supply chain management, that's in supply chain management, and I want to make myself more marketable with this data analytics. I started my undergrad program when I did course similar to this. It opened my eyes, and I think it's very interesting. It will make me a better person. So when I saw this on Instagram, I just gravitated. Don't know nothing much in data analytics much, just a little bit, but kind of like explain to me that you will walk me through this thing. So yeah, I gravitated.
Welcome to the course, Lenworth, and I got to tell you that currently I am advising one of the major manufacturers in petrochemicals here and on the supply chain side. And supply chain analytics, it's huge. The companies want to get on it, but they don't have people who really understand data. So after the completion of this course, you will be head and shoulders ahead of the competition. But your challenge will be, how do you explain this to your colleagues and to your boss who does not understand data analytics? And that is something which is I'm hoping that you will use your lens and use your background to tell that story to everyone you meet.
Right. Yeah, man, thanks.
Welcome, Lenworth.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, Annapurna. Annapurna, are you there? Okay, we'll skip Annapurna then. Maybe she'll come back later. Bhupesh. Hi, Bhupesh.
Yeah, hi, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yeah.
Would you like to share a little bit about yourself with the team?
Sure, I'm Bhupesh Pode. I am from Pune, Maharashtra. Yeah, I'm a commerce graduate and I've been interested in previously just researching on data analyst and business intelligence as I have to upskill myself because since I've worked in BPO for almost 6 to 7 years and that experience is not considered in the market. So and secondly, due to COVID, I was jobless for almost 2 years. It's been, but still, I didn't demotivate myself and get self-motivated by upskilling into the data analytics as it's booming and now to upskill so that I can prepare myself for the data analytics industry. For this.
Thank you, Bhupesh, for sharing your background. Yeah, so this course is business analytics. It borrows the elements from data analytics as it applies to business. So you will be able to leverage your background in BPO, and then how you apply the data lens to it, the analytics lens to it, to add value to organizations. So
Sure. Secondly, one more thing I would like to ask: is there any age concern for this for enrolling? Because age is also the concern for because we are shifting at the later half. Means it's a career transition as it is. A career transition in the mid-level career transition is also very difficult for this. And also the companies they see the young generation for this role. Can you just suggest your thoughts on this? It will be more beneficial for me.
Absolutely, and I'm sure this is a similar question. I get this question quite a bit from many folks. I have, I think through our training, I've also worked with folks who are from, who have been doing this, been in a professional in a certain field for about 15 years or so, and now they want to get into data, and they're like, well, how do I shift my career in the middle? Is there a demand? What sort of situation will I run into? So this is where a business analytics course comes in, because right now there is a shortage, a severe shortage of people who understand business. So domain knowledge. So whether you're an engineer, commerce grad, supply chain, a teacher, a doctor, everybody benefits from having business analytics and data exposure and expertise. So once you have these skills, you have to obviously work on your resume as well so that it tells the right story to people who are looking to hire. But remember that this is something which is a severe shortage. And many employers and many businesses do not know what they need. So oftentimes you will see various requirements for people with the skills, which is not really required for what they have in mind. So it's going to be a bit of it's something which the employers, the recruiters, the hiring managers, they're all trying to figure out. And as a solution to that, and in this case for the South Asia region, CAIPi has partnered with MCI. So let's say if you went through the entire data science program, which is 6 months, you become eligible to get the AIP, which is the Artificial Intelligence Professional designation. So with the AIP designation, you are able to then not only say, hey, I know data, but you say, you know what? I know data, I know machine learning, I know artificial intelligence. I can be the guy who codes. I can be the guy who manages a database. I can be the guy who is able to program the bots. There are many things you can do. But for business analytics, remember that it's something which will add to your resume. It will add to your background when you start to go to the companies. But also be wary that don't just go for the cookie cutter job positions. You have to also network and try to reach out and uncover those positions, because they are there. People don't want the same guy who has been doing something for the last 30 years. They want someone new who understands data, who can speak with the IT department, who can speak with the vendors, and bring analytics and bring value. So you're not late, Bhupesh. You are at the right time. Hopefully I answered your question. Okay, moving on to next person on the list, Deepak Lodi.
Hello.
Hi, Deepak.
Hello. Hello. Good morning, sir. Myself, Deepak Lodi. I'm very excited to join this class for last 1 week. Dates are coming and coming. So finally, we got the dates came and I got joined in this class. Firstly, I have introduced myself. Myself, Deepak Lodi. I'm from Devas near Indore. Basically, I have completed my BTech from mechanical engineering as a designer, and at present I am working in Devas Hydro Group as a project coordinator. So I thought that I want to add something, some extra which market needs at present time, such as business analytics courses suit for my profile. And secondly, it it helps to transit my. I want to transit the path also. At present, I'm working as a design engineer, so I don't get that much opportunity in this field. So after this researching on this course, so that I thought that I have to transit in this course, business analytics. So it's the same situation is my Bhupesh sir. There recently have talked, we have talked, and the situation is the same. You can copy to me also, sir.
Perfect. Thank you, Deepak, for introducing yourself. And similar comments apply to you as well. I know many engineers who have taken these business analytics courses, and it has done them a lot of good. As you know, on the design side, you're often dealing with 3D models, and people now want to have analytics applied to it.
Yes.
So whether you're talking about a 3D, 4D BIM, 5D BIM, being able to do predictive scheduling, all sorts of fun things, which not everybody can do and everybody can understand. So you will start to bring all those skills, and you just have to be able to, throughout this course, make sure you are talking to your instructor, Rishabh. He's very knowledgeable, and soak as much knowledge as you can.
Okay, sir. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, next on my list, I see Kamalesh.
Good morning, Anirudh.
Hi,
This is
Kamalesh.
Kamlesh. Hi, this is Kamlesh actually. So I am a fresher right now. So I've done my MS in general engineering and MBA in technical entrepreneurship. It's a 5-year integrated course. So basically, I'm a kind of a person where I'm looking for not directly into IT, but I'm looking for such kind of business analyst roles like this, so which can able to kickstart my career in a different way. And I like to be dealing with data. So that's why I'm interested in joining this kind of course, and which really help to kickstart my career in a better way. So that's what I've joined this course.
Perfect timing, Kamalesh. And
Yeah.
this is the exact application which companies are looking for. They
Exactly.
want their MBAs and the business graduates, not just to know the basics on the business side, but also how do we leverage data to
Yep.
be competitive.
Exactly.
And that's where the business analytics skills will come to help you differentiate from the competition.
Exactly.
Okay, welcome. Moving on, next I have on the list Deepika Sharma.
Yes, and good morning, sir. Myself,
Hi, Deepika.
Deepika Sharma, and I'm from India. Now I'm pursuing my computer science engineering. I'm a 4th-year student, and I think I'm a fresher and I have no industry knowledge, and this course is really beneficial for me. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. And you have the technical skills to go along with it, computer science, and then you combine analytics with it. You will be in very high demand. Just understand that the soft skills need to go along with the hard skills. So as you're picking up those skills, feel free to reach out to Rishabh, to myself, and we will help guide you as much as we can.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the list, Momita.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Momita.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Do you want to share us something about yourself, and what do you hope to get out of this course?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, I'm from Bangladesh, and I shifted in India very recently, and I am doing my graduation in computer engineering from Bangladesh. And through this course, I am trying to developing my skills more and more, and with machine learning and others topics.
Very good, Momita. Thank you for sharing, and welcome to the cohort for business analytics. I think this is going to be a very good fit for you, along with engineering and technical skills. Data skills are indeed a must-have. So you're doing the right thing, and the same comment as I provided to the others applies as well. So look forward to hearing from you throughout this course. Moving on to Pooja Bansal Mittal. Hi, Pooja.
Hi Anirudh. Hi everyone. This is Pooja. I have been working as a script writer for last like 5-6 years, and now I wish to like take a transition from creative side into totally something that is very different for me. And I have just one question, Anirudh. Like you said, we will after this course, and I have went through the course structure. It will more of like make us the jack of all trades, and which is rather like confusing because expertise in one is better than like being having a little knowledge about something, everything.
So I know, and I think this is a question which you can definitely ask further to Rishabh, because he'll give you a more detailed, insightful knowledge on that. But I'll tell you this much. First, you need to know the foundation and the basics. And you need to then understand how this can be applied to generate value in various different circumstances. You don't need to be, when you start mathematics, you don't just immediately dive into differential equations and third order differential equations right away, do you? So you have to first understand the basics, the overall, and you just have to leverage that. Not every situation demands a very high level, a very finely developed machine learning solution. So simple is better. And initially, you need to then cover the basics on how to add value to businesses, which you will learn. And then as you go forward, you want to then leverage that for something specific. So if you want to become a machine learning engineer or something like that, or become an analyst in a specific field, then you can continue this course onwards to develop those expertise. So I think that's what the overall data science program provides with MCI, and as well as the business analytics will already take you quite ahead of a lot of the competition. By the way, who says creativity is a completely different field from AI and machine learning and data? It's also about creativity. It's also about how you show the data. When you get in data visualization, for example, it's very artistic as well. So keep your creative side on, and you will see a lot of new things and new ideas come to you. Okay, next.
Yeah, sure. I'm looking forward. Thank you for your like insights and all. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Pooja. And next, I think Rajman Sharma, he mentioned that he is traveling. And if I just want to read his comment, he is working as a deputy manager in project engineering department, handling data management and maintenance activity at a rolling mill at steel plant. Perfect. Looking for career transition. You know what? Again, my comment is, Rajman, what you want is a bump in position, and you want a salary boost. You may not necessarily want to shift an entire career and leave behind your domain knowledge, right? I have interacted with many people who feel that maybe the position or the current career they're in has reached a dead end, and then they want to just completely transition to something new. And my advice to them always has been, try to leverage your domain knowledge. And I can tell you that many engineering companies, manufacturing companies, they are looking for people with data knowledge on the operations side and on the management side. So if you are with these skills and being able to leverage them along with the soft skills, you can get a better position in a manufacturing /operations/management role And that will probably get you further than just starting fresh and competing with everybody else on just the data side without having domain knowledge. So don't ignore your domain knowledge, leverage it, and I think you'll go far.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rajman, and let me go through the list here and see. Swati, did we?
Yeah.
Hi, Swati.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Sir, my name is Swati Lora and I'm from India. So my background is totally different from all the participants here. I've done my master's in microbiology and then I did my doctorate in life science. And I have like 4 years of teaching experience to master students. So after that, I moved to United States. I was there. I was teaching in school. So I came back to India now, and I'm like looking for teaching positions. But as I was looking for like jobs, I could find everywhere like analyst, business analyst, data analyst. Like there was no teaching position as such, and I lectureship throughout India in any college. But the thing is that I'm not able to find job. Like, so I don't know why, but I have qualification, everything. So as I was searching, I could see like business analyst. So I could see there are a lot of opportunities. So I thought of taking this course. So yeah.
Swati, welcome to the course. And it's a bit disappointing to hear that you are, with your background, you're struggling to find a requisite position which matches your qualifications. But I do know there was this person I interacted with last year, and he was a professor at a well-known US university. I forget whether it was Stanford or it was Johns Hopkins. And his experience was in microbiology, and he was considered an expert in machine learning and AI because he was heavily using machine learning techniques in his microbiology field. So I do know that a lot of so people who come with a microbiology along with a strong experience or strong skills in AI and machine learning, they are highly prized because everybody knows that data is such an important part of microbiology and being able to make breakthroughs in that. So I am hopeful that through this course you'll be able to gain skills, and I think maybe you should maybe think of even taking it forward and developing further expertise in the data science program through the data science program as well. But this will definitely open the doors for you on the business analytics side and as a business analyst in many different fields, especially in the health field. Health analytics is huge. It's huge. So
yeah, so actually I didn't have any idea. Like I'm exploring. So yeah, it's little. So I need some guidance. So I joined this course. I have no idea about healthcare analytics because I was totally in academics. So yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. I think throughout this course, we will open some mentorship channels as well. So let's interact during that time and we can book a session and we can do a bit of counseling there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
I missed your introduction. Can you please introduce yourself again?
I will. I have a short presentation.
Okay.
Did I miss anybody from the list here? Going once, going twice.
Hello. Hi, this is Annapurna.
Hi, Annapurna. Hi. Yeah, we had called your name earlier.
Yeah. Sorry, that time I have technical issues. That's why I'm unable to talk that time. Yeah, I'm able to hear you, but I am unable to talk. My microphone is not working that time.
No problem. Yeah. Please tell us about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Annapurna Vendutrupalli. I am from USA and I'm working as a QA analyst right now. I want to get into that business analyst roles or data analyst roles. That's why I am into this course. Maybe I want to play. I like to play with the data. That's why I want to learn more about this business analyst and the data analyst courses. That's why I get into this course. Yeah.
Perfect.
Last 5-6 years, I'm working as a QA analyst, mostly in manual testing, little exposure to automation. I knew about some SQL also. Yeah, I want to learn more technologies, yeah, more things.
Welcome to the course, Annapurna. And as I recommend everybody, business analytics is great if you want to be a business analyst, perfect. If you want to get more deeper into the data side, this is a great starting launchpad course, and then you continue in the data science program, and that will build all your all-round skills in AI, which is very much in demand right now. Okay, so Kunal, how much time do we have? Because I don't want to cannibalize. We took quite a bit of time here going through the introductions, so I want to make sure that there's enough time for Rishabh's slot as well. So how much time do you think we have left here, so I can pace my presentation accordingly? Okay, I don't think Kunal can hear me. Rishabh.
You can go. You can go. Like if you have the background.
Okay, so maybe what I'll do is I'll take about maybe 15-20 minutes, and then I'll turn it over to you, Rishabh. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let me share my screen here. All right. So I'm Anirudh Kumar. I'm the director of CAIPi. We are based out of Calgary, Canada. And this is a global organization. We work with learning providers across the world for Asia, so South Asia and Middle East. We have partnered, CAIPi has partnered with MCI, and MCI is an accredited partner, which means that the quality of the courses, the course content, the instructors, they are all vetted and validated as meeting the CAIPi and the global standards for recognition in terms of your education, your training, as well as eventual certificate recognition around the world. And at the end of the course, you will get a certificate from CAIPi and MCI together, and it's a globally recognized certificate. So my first slide was, okay, how does CAIPi help you supercharge your career in data and AI? I use the term AI because eventually, as you keep building your skills, it will fall into some form of an AI or a machine learning or some sort of an automation. And so I tend to stick with the AI term. About CAIPi, we are one of the first global AI designation credentialing organization. We were established in 2019 in Canada. Basically for CAIPi, we have been establishing a global community with ongoing training batches. The differentiator with CAIPi is that we have global recognition of our certificates. Our program, our certificates are not designed solely for Indian content or a certain regional content, but it's global. We keep looking at trends happening around the world, and we make sure that the training content is kept up to scratch and up to the world standards. So that's why this is a global certification. As part of the overall, so what MCI has done, and they have truly launched a super program. We've been working with them since pretty much early mid 2020s, and so they have launched their data science program, which has components already built in for business analytics, machine learning, data engineering, and so forth. So that program meets our CAIPi's criteria is around Power BI professional. So as you go through the modules, you do a Power BI and you become a Power BI professional. And as you know, there are lots of job openings and demand for Power BI professionals and data visualization in general. Then we have the data analytics professional, global online certificate, machine learning professional, and data engineering professional. Completing all the modules which are covered under the data science program offered by MCI, you become eligible for the artificial intelligence professional designation, AIP. So many of you are familiar with PMP. So AIP is the AI version of the PMP designation. In terms of what our approach has been. So we focus on, CAIPi focuses on global strategic partnerships. Our vision has been to democratize and access to AI and machine learning training and skills, so that it is not simply available to people who have to spend thousands of dollars to get that training, but how do they get that training for a lot lower, lot affordable, so that people with in mid-careers, people who have families, they can, and early career professionals, freshers, how do they transition and get into this, into the data career? And this is a vast career. There is currently no field which is not touched by the needs of data. And whichever field has not caught up yet is feeling the pinch, and they are now starting to catch up. Especially, so currently I'm advising a petrochemicals company. So petrochemicals, oil and gas, they've traditionally been very conservative and slow compared to some of the other fields. And they're catching up now, and they are ramping up. They're creating entire departments. They are going through a full overhaul of the data collection, data storage, data warehousing, and bringing on professionals in data, all the way to AI professions as well. So we have high brand recognition here in the USA and Canada. So when you do our courses here, and when you do our certifications, we have had people from here give very high quality feedback, not only to us in terms of those who train, but also people who have been hired. We have heard great things. In fact, there was this one person I heard recently. He joined data analytics. I think he joined the Power BI and the data analytics course, and he was a designer. So he was a designer drafter in the EPC engineering industry. And he was able to leverage the fact that not many people here understood data. And he was able to secure a couple of promotions and salary bumps. And he's now advising another company here in Calgary on the data side and how to modernize their engineering program and engineering management program. So with CAIPi, you have a unique ladder track for AIP designation. So you can either do these modules at your own leisure. They don't all have to be done at once, but if you want to, but eventually once you complete all those modules, you will get the AIP designation. So for that AIP designation, you have to reach out to CAIPi directly, submit all your certificates to show that you have completed those courses, and then you will be awarded the AIP designation. I think there's a small fee or something, just something notional, but once you reach out to the CAIPi team, they'll advise you on that. But again, it's something very nominal. The intent is AIP, the vision for CAIPi is that AIP in the coming decade becomes the synonym for PMP in the AI industry. CAIPi offers support for mentorship. So if you're interviewing, you are trying to figure out which direction you want to take your career in. So we provide mentorship. You can reach out with me to me directly, and we can set something up to help you guide in your journey and provide that career development support as you make your way through a very exciting and new industry. In terms of internships, so we have partnerships with companies here in Canada, as well as many of these companies have offices globally. And you can, if you are interested, make sure that you let Kunal know that you want to be considered for an internship after you complete your program. Of course, what we require is 100% attendance so that we know that you are motivated to succeed. And there will be these internship opportunities. They are of various kinds. They could be 1 month, 3 month, or a fixed sort of an assignment type. And strong performance in those tasks are likely to lead to a job offer, because companies are struggling to fill those roles. We have CAIPi's ongoing collaborations. So we are working with Technobuild, for example. They have offices around the world, in Africa, in India. I think they have an office in Mumbai. They have offices in Houston, and I think they're opening one in China as well, and they have one in Europe. I think they opened a London office 2 weeks ago. So they have, so for example, Technobuild is a partner for us in terms of providing that sort of hands-on industrial training to our graduates, and they are known to be looking for people and hire people based on performance. We have been working with also the Association of Professional Engineers and Geologists and Geoscientists in Alberta, in Canada. And so with APEGA, we have done several presentations and modules already. And similarly with Engineers and Geoscientists of British Columbia, we have been partners with them. And we are currently in the process of designing a program for training the engineers and geoscientists on the data side in British Columbia, Canada. So these are, I don't know if you, for those of you who are not familiar with the structure here in Canada, but engineering is a protected and legislated profession, which means that just like doctors and lawyers, engineers have a governmental body which regulates their profession. And not anybody can call themselves engineers. They have to go through a rigorous program. Then not only they have to graduate, they have to have certain experience requirements. They have to go through a lot of, they've jumped through a lot of hoops and requirements before they can call themselves engineers here in Canada. So these organizations represent the entire body of engineers in the provinces of British Columbia and Alberta. And in terms of professional development units, after completion of these courses, you will get the global certificates, and they will mention the professional development units which you will qualify for. So if whether you can use it for showing that if it's part of your ongoing work, and they will compensate you for taking professional development courses. This can help you there. Or if you are, let's say, a PMP or a part of a professional body already, then they also have continuous learning and professional development requirements. So these certificates will fulfill those requirements. And this meets the global industry standards for our AI training and competency requirements. And then next, just a short primer on how to shift into a new career. So first thing is that you have to stand out. And through that, and how do you do that? You have to show. You have to show competency. People need to know that you know what the skills which they want. So showing competency through a reputed, globally recognized CAIPi certification. Now, I've heard from several people, hey, I could take a certificate from Coursera or some other online course as well, and you can, and those are good. But it also depends on, you only get how much you put into it. So you won't have a live instructor to ask questions, to bounce ideas off, or to get that guidance. And this is where, amazing instructors like Rishabh come into the picture. And that's a differentiator. And that's why CAIPi has partnered with MCI, because MCI is able to deliver those courses at a very competitive cost. And these are not pre-recorded lectures. These are, a live instructor who has a lot of industry experience and who is a very accomplished data scientist himself. So you have to show your competency. Then you need to be ready to apply your skills from day one. So as you are learning, and this is very important, from day one, as you're taking these courses, have your eyes set on the objective. What is your goal? And then as you're learning, start to apply your skills from day one. Practice, ask questions, and start showcasing this new skill and this new knowledge which you are building on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a place where recruiters are looking for these people, and you will, they want to see people who are engaged, who are not just carrying around paper certificates saying, I know this. They need to bring people who can collaborate, who have the soft skills and the technical skills. So start talking about whatever you're learning from day one. Don't wait until you finish your course. As you learn about a new topic or a new theme, start read about that, share your skills on LinkedIn, write up a little blurb about that, maybe showcase something which a dashboard which you created or something cool which you just learned, okay? And all of you in the cohort, you guys need to all share, discuss, comment, and create on LinkedIn, like each other's posts and help each other, okay? And the important thing about being noticed and showcasing is consistency. So how do you leverage social media? You have to be frequent. You have to do it with a certain amount of periodic frequency, and you have to be consistently doing it, not just one and then you again wait for like a month and then do another one. No, plan to do one. The more you do, the better, but make it periodic. If you can do once a week, okay, good. Once every, twice a week, thrice a week, once every day, even better. Look at all the social media influencers. They post almost every single day or multiple posts a day, and they keep doing that. So do that. Tag MCI, tag CAIPi, tag myself in those posts, and we will like and share your posts as well to get you the visibility that you need to be able to transition and attract those recruiters to you. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to stop the share, and I'll open up the floor for some questions before we transition to Rishabh's module. Questions, concerns, hopes, dreams?
Obviously, Anirudh, there are many hopes and dreams after this course. I have been like thinking about like getting into this totally new domain, and I'm hoping just for the best. Like whatever I have planned, I just want it to get executed. And as you said, LinkedIn is the best platform for like connecting with the professionals and things like that, because I was new to even to script writing, but I got my projects through LinkedIn only, so I can understand the value of that platform very well. So thanks for your insights.
Thank you. And there are about what, 14, 15 of you here. If all of you share, let's say, that if all of you are sharing or putting out one post a day and liking each other's posts, so each of you are getting about 14 likes plus myself, plus CAIPi, plus Rishabh, MCI, right? So you're getting 15, 20 likes and shares. You are going to get noticed in many different fields and many different geographies. The other thing is that we have folks joining from different parts of the world. We have folks from Canada, from US, from the Caribbean, from India. So this is a fantastic way to leverage yourself across the domain. And I want to emphasize one more thing again, and I know I've been repeating it. It is not just getting that certificate. So the right certificate helps, but it's not just the certificate. I think that takes you a certain way. But if you're really serious about a career change, you're really serious about growth, then you have to be noticed, and you have to keep doing that and on a consistent manner. And you will get success. You will. There are companies, out there looking out for people, and their recruiters are trying to hunt for people with these skills. They just can't find them enough, or they are afraid of finding people who they have great technical skills, but they just can't collaborate. or somebody cannot communicate, or somebody cannot, if people cannot, put their thoughts in writing or in speech, then it's difficult for them to work in a team. So you have to show you're a team player, and you have the skills, and you have the domain knowledge, and you will succeed. And you have a great instructor like Rishabh. So, I can't emphasize this enough. Leverage him, leverage his skills and his knowledge to gain those insights. Okay, then thanks everyone. What I'll do is I will now turn it over to Rishabh to then take everybody to the next module. Thank you everyone. And I will put my email in the chat here so that you guys can reach out to CAIPi with any questions, or if you want to set up some mentorship sessions. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Anirudh, for a very great detailed explanation, and welcome you all in this business analytics course. So you guys have understood enough that just going with simple analysis of the data doesn't help. We also need to have a good understanding on the side of domain, okay, business domain where you are currently working in, as well as you also need to have a detailed understanding of the different techniques that you apply to analyze these information. So in this due course, we will kind of going to learn a lot of things. Okay, we'll start with Python, then we'll start exploring different tools. We'll start exploring different we'll start exploring different techniques, tools, and yes, so all of those things we'll kind of learn in our due course, and we'll slowly understand why do we need to jump into this particular module, okay, why there is a current demand that is rising up. Okay, let's understand that piece, and then we will jump into some installation of Python Anaconda in your system, okay, and yeah, we'll kickstart from in-depth from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so that will be our agenda, and so let me share my screen. So first of all, why data analytics? Why data analytics is required now? Okay. It is something not new. Remember, guys, it is not new. Like previously, we have project management. Okay, we have a lot of business use cases to solve it. So it is something that is not new. Okay, remember, as we move on, the demand and the way we do analysis have changed. Okay. So it is not a new position. A project manager who basically manages the entire project, okay, has a good understanding on the aspect of domain, okay, do also have a people management skill, okay, do also have a good understanding of how the solution is being provided, also do have a good understanding in terms of the business aspect. Okay. So project manager, then you get to, if you are not aware of it, delivery manager. Okay. So delivery manager are kind of the top head. Okay. So they actually try to kind of deliver all our end-to-end entire project. Okay. Delivery manager. So the group of project manager basically works under delivery manager, and the delivery manager is the main, you can say, accountable head, okay, in order to deliver your project. So delivery manager basically do have more better understanding on, there are a lot of things like MOU, okay. We never speak about these things, okay. Then the delivery manager focuses on RFPs, okay. These are all the different areas where each and everybody is currently working, okay, from a quite long time. Project manager, delivery manager, these are not new. They are kind of there from past 20, 30 years, even more than that. Okay. Now, what significantly shifted is previously the way we analyze the data, the way we handle, even project managers and delivery managers are present now as well. Okay. There is no move, no significant change that happened. They are still there, but a new role got introduced. Now, what happened was huge amount of data started generating. So previously, in like 10 years ago, if I try to predict that, if I try to build a forecasting system that how much product should I procure in next 6 months, okay, let's say this is my graph. So I basically have the historic sales information, okay. I have the historic sales information. Based upon the historic sales information, we are basically able to see that what are the historic procurement that has happened, right? But now the dimension has changed. There are a lot of dimension came into place, okay. So previously we have this sort of information. Now we need to bring some innovation in your forecasting as well. Along with this particular bunch set of information, you also need some social media attributes as well, right? Social media attributes. A particular product, is that product in demand? Okay, 10 years ago it was in demand, but currently is it in demand or not? That matters the most. Let's say a product is there from past 10 years, it is doing good. Last 1 year, it is doing bad. Okay, so you need to analyze that, why it is doing bad. Is it because the sales has dropped? Why the sales have dropped? Is there a new competitor coming in? Is there a new, you can say, person introducing a new product? Is there the demand, or is there any government guidelines that is kind of restricting it? Okay, there could be a number of possibilities, right? So you need to understand that how you define your problems. And in there will be more added new dimension, as I said, social media attributes. Okay. So if let's say Xiaomi want to understand, or let's say Apple want to understand that what price I should keep for my mobile phone. If you see iPhone 13 and iPhone 14 is near about at same price in India. Okay. iPhone 13 and iPhone 14 is near about the same price in India. So Apple must have not just bluntly added this price, may have done a lot of research in the market, understood the sentiment of Indian market, understood who are their competitors, who are the premium phone competitors, okay? What are the features they are providing? What are the solutions they are providing, okay? What are the different attributes they are contributing? So all of them needs to be analyzed first, and then we actually go ahead and kind of set down the price. It's somewhere around near about 1.2 to 1.3 lakhs on an average. Okay, they have dropped the price for iPhone 13 to somewhere around I think 80 to 90,000. Okay, 80 to 90,000, and they kept the iPhone 14 price in price of iPhone 13. Okay, so their way of thinking is they are making the same margins, 1.3 lakhs. Okay, one mobile phone with 1.3 lakhs. Okay, it's one of the deadly cost, okay, that they have added. So it's eventually costlier than your laptop as well. Okay. So 1.3 lakhs, okay, and 80,000. There is a marginal gap. So far, people were buying these at 1.2 lakhs. Now they're getting into a discounted rate of 80,000. So their idea was to gain more sales for iPhone 13 and also introduce iPhone 14, those who are one of the loyal customers for Apple. Okay, those who are kind of waiting for iPhone 14, and they do have the capability of buying iPhone 13, but they were actually waiting for iPhone 14 to get launched and check the price. So those who were actually waiting for iPhone 13, iPhone 14 to get launched, so they will go ahead and immediately buy. It is the reason because they are getting in price of iPhone 13. And those who were actually kind of thinking about buying Apple's iPhone, okay, maybe it's 13 or maybe it's 14, whatever it is, whichever is cheaper. So now they can see a huge discount and drop from 1.2 lakhs to 80,000. It's a huge discount that they get to see here. So they will try to avail this. So altogether, Apple has introduced a new product. At the same time, they have introduced a new marketing strategy, okay, which basically helps them to enhance their overall sales. Okay, so these are some of the techniques. Okay, these are some of the techniques which different organization brings in, okay, in order to solve their problem, in order to understand that how to leverage a product, okay, how to provide a correct pricing, okay, how to kind of define the best fit, you can say the best fit numbers, okay, maybe it is a price, maybe the number of people required to manage these sales, maybe the cost of advertisement, whatever it is, we need the best fit value, okay, best fit value. So this dynamics of data can also be done by project manager and delivery manager earlier, but now the problem was a new dimension of data came into the picture. Okay, so the dimension is a lot of unstructured data coming in, a lot of semi-structured data coming in. Okay, and previously we used to have a less number of records because we don't have that many medium to store the information, but nowadays you have a very large number of mediums to kind of store information. So you see, you have a mobile phone in your hand, which is somewhere around at least 4 to 6 GB on an average, right? So just imagine that each one of us do have a Gmail account, maybe 1 or 2 Gmail account with 15 GB of memory space given to it. Almost, if you see the overall fill rate, it's somewhere around 50% of your Gmail account is kind of filled out of 15 GB. Out of 15 GB, you might get to see that 7.5 GB of fill rate is there, right? So in order to understand this much better, okay, if you want to understand this much better, let's analyze how Google is basically doing the business. So Google, they introduced their Gmail, Google Workspace, okay, and Google Cloud, okay, we call it as Google Cloud, okay. So they have integrated everything, means your Google Drive, okay, Google Photos, okay, then you have Gmail, everything at one single space of 15 GB, okay. 15 GB space where we are storing everything, your photos, videos, Gmail, okay, any file that you want to store in Google Drive, okay, everything can be basically stored in this 15 GB. Now with the demand and with the new advancement coming in, okay, lot of nowadays if you open your mobile phone, you get to see lot of applications out there, lot of new sources of informations are getting generated. Earlier, you get to see only YouTube was there. Okay. Now you have YouTube, TikTok. Okay. There are so many different social media platforms, Snapchat. Okay. There are n number of social media platforms and there is no limit and people are kind of using it. Okay. So to understand this better, that now you are generating more number of images, right? You have WhatsApp. Every now and then, every morning, people are kind of greeting, wishing each and everybody. Every evening, they are wishing each and everybody. People sending important messages. Okay, all your conversation are going through WhatsApp. Okay, a lot of information is flying here and there. Okay, so all of those informations are basically getting stored into either into drives, if it is a document, if those are images and videos getting stored in photos. If somebody is sending you an email, that is getting stored in Gmail. In a due period, now the Google's business, if you understand that, so they have introduced this 15 GB free space to everybody. You can use it, and you can use it for, let's say, n number of years. Okay, there is no limitation until this 15 GB space is getting filled up. As we move on year after year, more data is getting generated, more images you are storing, more documents, more PDFs. Now everything is getting into an online mode. After pandemic, everything got shifted. Okay. Your classes, the academic classes, okay, professional classes, everything is now going online. Okay. So what is happening is all your data is kind of getting shifted to online, and you are basically using these 15 GB of space. So even in a given due period, this 15 GB will keep on shrinking, and most of the users are slowly moving towards buying the space from Google in order to store their images, Gmail, store their information. So Google after let's say 5 years, or let's say down the line 10 years, will get into a massive profitability because most of the users are slowly moving towards this buying a storage space in order to store their information. Okay. And if you go by next 15 years, okay, almost every one of us, okay, you, me, every one of us will be slowly moving, means we'll need to actually procure, or else we need to delete our old memories. Okay, nowadays, which we cannot do that. Okay, we cannot simply delete the old memories. But yeah, lot of information. Okay, a person starting from day one. Okay, the kids starting from day one, all the informations we are trying to keep captured and we are trying to keep it, right? So we cannot simply delete that. So Google knows that each and every information which are related to Gmail, which are related to photos, which are related to any document, okay, people buying their property details and everything, you can easily store in your Google Drive. Okay, it will never age, it will never get lost, okay, until you have an access to this Google account. And what ensures you that 99.99% uptime. What does it mean? Means you will never see that Google platforms going downtime, means you are not able to access photos or you're not able to access your Gmail. You will never see, Google will never go downtime. Okay. There is a strong technology infrastructure which is present behind, but just to get you into an assumption. So now you see that in a given time period, everybody is kind of buying the information, like everybody will basically buy the infrastructure. Okay, means they will actually subscribe to the paid plans from 15 GB. Let's say somebody subscribing for 30 GB, somebody subscribing for 60 GB, whatever it is, right? So that bunch of information will basically come in and it will change the overall business model for Google. Now they are giving it free. In a given time period, in the next 10 years, they need to procure or they need to purchase. We all need to purchase this amount of storage to expand our storage and store more information, right? So this kind of analysis, okay, is something that Google has already done few years back. And that's why they were able to set down those, they were able to kind of set down those business plans. They are able to set down that how they are going to earn revenues. Okay, for a quite long period, they're giving a free service. But yeah, once they start hitting into towards the end area, they will actually become very, very more profitable than now. Okay. Apart from that, Google do have their own suits of business, Google Ads, okay, that actually helps them to get more and more revenue. Then you have the Google, your Google Cloud services. Okay, many engineering companies they use it. Okay, entire mobile application that you are actually using, your Android, is basically developed by Google. Okay, so all the applications are basically using Google suits. Okay, they are actually using Google framework, and like your entire Android is basically maintained by Google. Okay, so in other ways, like the each and every application need to kind of pay fees to Google to get their application listed into Play Store and get it basically used by the end user. And each of these applications do also run advertisements, okay, which are again basically is showed by Google customers. Okay, so overall, that's always a win-win business for Google, and they are able to kind of make a phenomenal change that at the time when nobody thought of it, of having a smartphone, making it reusable. Okay, device to device doesn't matter. Okay, you have a brand of Motorola, you have a brand of um, Samsung, you get a brand on Nokia, whatever platform you use it, they all share the same operating system. So it's like your operating system in your laptop, right? So these are some amazing ideas which actually led Google into this billion-dollar business, and they are able to kind of make a lot of revenue. So the role of business analyst, okay, or any of such positions, okay, is to basically take a problem statement. Every time you will be given a problem statement, and you will be asked to kind of figure out what are the factors that are driving this particular problem statement. What are the factors that are basically impacting the overall business problems? Okay, so you need to basically analyze that. Okay, maybe using certain techniques. Okay, getting a lot of information, then mining that information, and finally you can basically do that analysis and share the results with your business stakeholders. That is how we basically kind of work. Now from the tool and technology side, okay, we have our agenda much clear and very much defined. We are going to kind of start with Python. I will tell you the agenda, how we are going to, what will be our learning path. So first of all, we'll start with Python. Okay, so Python is basically a programming language, okay, which we are going to kind of learn. Okay, what it is used for is to write down all those logic, all the business logics. Okay, Python is basically used to write down all the business logic. So it's a programming language very much needed when you try to analyze a large amount of information. Let's say you have billions of records, okay, for each and every clicks that has happened in your website. Okay, now you want to do a research that which is the most interested area where customer were actually clicking. Okay, so basically based upon that, you take on the offers, you take on that product, okay, as a most selling product or as a most viewed product, right? So all of those information, you basically need to do analysis by scrubbing billions of records from the data set. And that billions of records are basically being scrubbed using Python. Okay, so we use Python as a programming language, which basically go ahead and scrub all the billions of information out there. Okay, Now, apart from Python, we also need to learn SQL. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, so programming language is important, wherein to kind of handle lot and lots of information. The same time, SQL is basically referring to database. Okay, is referring to database, where we are kind of storing all our information in database. Okay? We need a storage medium, right, to store all our information. Databases can be of two types: SQL, NoSQL. You see, SQL is basically known as structured query language. For those who are new to the entire field of computer science, for them, I'll just introduce structured query language. Okay, so you need to learn this as well, structured query language. Okay, this is another type of language where it helps to retrieve and store the information. So you have an information, you want to store the entire that set of information, or you want to retrieve that set of information. So that is what is basically being managed with using SQL. Okay? So this is an programming language. SQL is basically a database query language where we basically query the data or store the data using SQL. Okay, then you have NoSQL. Okay, so this is another part. NoSQL. What does it do? NoSQL, it is different. Okay, it basically goes ahead with NoSQL comes with two things. One is if the data is unstructured in nature. Okay, when we say structured query language, we typically mean the data something present in Excel, the data something present in CSV formats. Okay, everything which is present in row column format, we call that data as in structured data. Whenever we define the data as a unstructured data, we define the data in a different format. Okay, where you cannot write the data in row and columns. Okay, you write the data in a different format. Okay, so that we call it as unstructured data. Okay, so for storing unstructured data, we basically use NoSQL for storing unstructured data. Now, as a part of your business analytics, you may not deal with lot of unstructured data. Okay, mostly the data scientist, okay, or the machine learning engineer, okay, those into the engineering side, they actually basically work on NoSQL. Okay, but as a business analyst, okay, you may not need to get into a deep dive of how this unstructured data works and all. Okay, SQL is mandatory, but SQL is very, very important. Like all your interviews, those who are going for a job change, remember 90% question will be from SQL. So if you can master SQL, okay, then you have a higher chance of getting a very good job. Okay, so you need to focus. 90% of your questions will be from SQL. They will give you SQL questions and you need to solve it. So 90% of them are from SQL. So you need to be very, very kind of focused on SQL and Python. These two are very, very important. Okay, there will be a lot of questions. Some of the organization will stress on SQL and some of the organization will stress more on Python. Whichever is their need, they will focus much on that. Okay? So you need to have a very good skills. Means if you can't answer one SQL, then you will not able to get a very good job. Okay, now you need to focus on both of them, programming language, Python and SQL. And remember, guys, you cannot simply just study it. You need to practice a lot. Okay, so you need to do a lot of practice. Okay, you can do practice with our practice data set. Okay, our practice questions. At the same time, the best way, all of you, those who are working in your respective fields or respective office works, you can take some of the data kind of try to do the analysis, okay, try to run the codes, try to build the logics, okay, with that specific domain data set, because you understand that you will be able to ask a lot of questions within yourself, right? So that becomes another important aspect. So you need to understand that you need to basically do a lot of practice, okay, because that is very, very important. Without practice, you cannot master SQL nor Python. Okay? Every day, at least 1 hour of practice of what I show you. Every day, at least 1 hour of practice is required. Okay? If you practice for 1 hour, it is more than sufficient. Okay. If you can practice more, then your credibility and your learning curve will be very fast, and you will be able to kind of smoothly land into this business analyst job, okay, at a very faster rate. Okay, so SQL and Python. Post that, we will come to data visualization. Okay. Data visualization. Okay, so there are some tools, some techniques that we apply, and that comes towards data visualization. Okay, so we will understand some basic concepts of data visualization as well. Okay, so we will be focusing mostly into Python part, doing an analysis using what? Using these data visualization tools. Okay, we are going to do this analysis using what? Using this data visualization tool. Okay, so automatically you practice Python, you basically focus on data visualization as well. Once you start practicing Python, you are basically focusing on data visualization as well. Okay, so that is also a kind of interlinked with each other. Okay, they are basically interlinked with each other. Cool. Now moving to the next part, which is once we understand these techniques, data visualization, SQL, Python, then we will start solving a problem statement. Okay, so one first step towards solving a problem statement is exploration. Okay, like you go to a new place, okay, and you don't know about that place. So what you do? You basically explore about that particular place where you are kind of focused here, right? So go ahead and explore that place. So similarly over here, this is also exploration of the data. Okay, so we are going to kind of explore the data, okay, at a very deeper level. So once we start your exploration, then it becomes very, very easy to understand that which are the factors that is affecting your business. Okay, so that's why data exploration is very, very important. It helps you to land into a perfect analysis of why the problem is basically coming, what are the important factors that is contributing. So exploration, we call it as exploratory data analysis, okay? EDA. Okay, we call this as an EDA. Exploratory, I will rewrite it in a proper way. So we call this as EDA, exploratory data analysis. So you are expected to master this exploratory data analysis. Okay, now I will teach you a lot of mathematical skills, okay, to master this data, a lot of statistical skills, okay, to basically do the and perform this exploratory data analysis. Okay, so this will typically help you to kind of understand what are the factors, as I say, driving your problem statement. Okay, lot of times we don't need to apply any business logic, a lot of times we don't need to apply any forecasting models or something like that. You can find out the reason of your problem statement just by doing exploratory analysis. You don't need any algorithm, or you don't need any mathematical formula to forecast or to predict. Prediction is at the end state. When you don't have any other solution to address your problem, there you do prediction. Okay. So that's why prediction is basically an end result. Okay? It is not the start. Just a minute, please. Yeah. So prediction is the end result, something that you don't, you are not able to kind of capture it. That's what you start. Then where you start your prediction, right? So after doing exploration, if you are not able to identify your problems, then you can go and go for any sort of prediction or forecasting. Prediction or forecasting. Okay, so that is how the things works, and most of the time we basically go ahead and do this sort of analysis. Okay. So exploratory analysis, we will basically spend a long time, and then we will come into the predictive and forecasting models. Okay. What are the different techniques? What are the algorithms? What are the mathematical formulas that we use it to basically go ahead and predict a particular or forecast a particular parameter or feature that we want to deal with? And then once we basically understand this part as well, okay, we basically make ourselves ready in everything. Okay, starting from Python, SQL, okay, managing the data, analyzing the data using our database. Okay, now, and then you come to data visualization. Okay, figuring out means you can visualize your data, understand which are the areas that you need attention to solve your problem statement, and then exploratory analysis tells you that which are the factors that is impacting or driving your problem statement. And then finally comes prediction and forecasting model, which tells you that something that if you want to predict, okay, what is that particular factor that you want. So these are your kind of day-to-day work as a business analyst. Okay, as a business analyst, you might basically go with this particular flow. Okay, you take a problem statement, you have the data in your SQL, do a data quality check, okay, and then try to do an exploratory analysis, figure out what problem statements are basically, what are the important factors that is driving the problem statement. If required, if it is required, go for prediction and forecasting. If not required, if your job is only to identify problem or the factors driving that problem, then you don't need a forecasting model. But let's say if a task is given to you that, okay, go and forecast and tell me that what would be the price for a particular product in next 2 weeks, or price of particular product in next 6 months. Okay, what will be the price? So in that cases, you can, in those cases, you can go ahead and do your predictive and modeling prediction, and you can do the forecasting. So this is how this entire flow works, and everybody is basically, as a business analyst, they actually get into this particular flow. Okay. There will be other tools like PowerBI, Excel, these all tools that we will be learning in this due course. Okay. Probably after SQL, before we jump into exploratory data analysis and data visualization. So after this Python and SQL, we will jump into Excel, okay, where we will be understanding different window function, analytical function in Excel, okay, where we will be understanding that how Excel works. At the same time, we will take a very short understanding on Power BI as well, for data visualization and dashboard creation. Okay, and once we basically understand these both, later on again we can use Power BI over here. After you do your analysis and present your analysis, you need to present it to our business stakeholders or business leadership team, right? So we need to business leadership team. So we need to basically do our business leadership team. We need to present our overall analysis to business leadership team, right? So that will definitely help. Okay. So this is how we are going to kind of learn. Okay, as we are going to kind of get a real world experience. Okay? As the way we work in a particular organization, in the similar fashion, we are going to learn our tools, technologies as well. Okay. Any question, guys, so far? You have any doubts, any question so far?
Sir, do we learn Tableau, sir?
Power BI and Tableau are complementary to each other. So
okay,
just if you go with Power BI, now most of the companies are majorly using Power BI because of its advantage and integration that you can do it with Python. So the major focus will be on Power BI, not in Tableau.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It is complementary. Like if you learn anything else, it's fine. Like either of them is fine. Anybody else? Any question that or anything exclusive that you want to discuss regarding our learning path?
Just to ask the example that you use with iPhone, it worked out that they promote the later model, the i13, the i14 rather. I'm asking you the example that you use, because they want to create a newer product. So I don't get clear what you were trying to show us.
Oh, this example, right? iPhone. So iPhone 13 and iPhone 14, right? So iPhone 13 in India was launched with a very higher price, okay, 1 year back. And now we have iPhone 14 launched with the same price, okay. So earlier it was somewhere around 1.2 lakhs, okay, and currently they have reduced the iPhone 13 price to 80,000, okay, and they have introduced iPhone 14 in the same price of iPhone 13. So there now this is a specific very good use case in terms of attracting the customers. Typical iPhone buyers waits for the newer model, newer versions, and they have a craze in going with the latest version of iPhone. Okay. So what Apple did, Apple could have launched at much higher price than iPhone 13, but they have launched iPhone 14 in the price of iPhone 13, right? So that, and they have slashed down the iPhone 13 price so that anybody, those who were willing to buy iPhone 13 or maybe Apple product, okay, they can go and buy iPhone 13, and those who were planning to buy iPhone 13, now they can directly go and buy iPhone 14, right? So that is the strategy that Apple have taken, okay, in order to sell both the products. It's not only about selling one product, okay. They have kind of pitched both the products together to their customers. Either of these ways, okay, either 13 or 14, okay, either of these products get sold, Apple will able to make a lot of revenue, okay. The margins for Apple is somewhere around 200-300% higher, okay. So if they even slice the price to half, doesn't matter much for Apple, okay, because their margins are near about 200-300x than their production price, okay. So it really doesn't matter if they basically slides down 30,000-40,000. Okay, doesn't matter to them because they make a margin somewhere around 200-300x. Okay, then it's production cost. Clear now?
Thanks. Yes, it does. Clear. Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah. Anybody else? Any question?
Hello.
Yeah.
Since I'm totally from the non-technical background, so Python and that will be it will be for the programming language. So technical
Yes.
will be what isn't it difficult for me? I mean, because it's a completely new SQL and Python.
Yes.
So I'm completely put my 100% for that, since it's a career transition and this thing, and also these tools to be learned during the 5 months, that is 5 months down the line. So how we will get the assignments and practice for that, so that we can hands-on the experience regarding all this for the analysis process.
Okay.
That is my concern is.
Typically, the way you have to learn is, means if you get scared from the beginning, then definitely will not able to kind of catch up in a given long run. Okay. So first you need to understand that, yeah, I need to learn this at any cost. Okay. Whatever it is, let us understand and learn. Okay. Programming language is very similar like any given language. Let's say you go to Spain and immediately you will not able to grasp Spanish, right? Slowly in a given period of time, you will be able to understand that if you focus on it. If you think that, no, if I will speak English, people do understand English as a common language, then I don't need to learn Spanish. I am okay with that, right? So you will never able to learn Spanish. Same here, okay? So there are many programming languages apart from Python, but Python is one of the most easiest programming language to learn. And that's why we have chosen Python, and mostly not we, right? Industry have chosen Python in all of their data analysis and all of their critical, like where there are a lot of criticality there. Now, we don't want to focus on programming language much, but we want to focus on the problem statement. So let's make the programming language very easier so that we can focus on the problem statement much. So every day, if you practice, okay, if you don't practice, you will not able to learn. Okay, neither any of them. If you practice on a daily basis, then only you will be able to learn. So that's very clear, very sound, that you have to practice at least 1 hour. As I said, 1 hour, you need to dedicate that.
Yes.
And that 1 hour you need to practice.
Sure. So will you have a hands-on experience with assignments and all the tutorials
So
that we'll be providing?
That will be there already. Okay. So assignment, hands-on, I will be coding live, so you will be able to experience that. And whatever I code, just go back and try to repeat that by yourself. Try to understand each and every point. And then after, assignments will be there, which you can go and try to solve it out, try to think out. Okay, maybe in first 2 weeks or 1 week there may be no assignments, but in a given period there will be assignments. In first 1 week maybe there will be no assignment. Okay? 1 week there will be no assignment, but in a given period there will be assignments. Because before I give assignments, I should make you bit ready on the basic stuff so that you can solve a bit of problem, right? So first 2 weeks there may be no assignment. Post that you will get a problem, and this 2 weeks you get a very good amount of time to go and study, go and look back what are the things that I am doing, what are the ways I am writing the code, and you can basically go and explore that.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
So for all, yeah, go ahead.
Hi, sir, I just want structured and unstructured data. Can you just give me an example so that I can clearly visualize what do we call as a structured data and what is unstructured data?
Unstructured data is basically something which is not present in row and columns. Let's say a Wikipedia data is an unstructured data. An image is an unstructured data. A video is an unstructured data. A music is an unstructured data, which cannot be stored in form of rows and columns.
Okay,
Structured
and
data is basically your Excel data, where
yeah,
let's say bank transaction, you get to see all your dates, the credit, which account credited, which account debited, how much is the amount. That is your structured data, which you can represent in form of rows and columns.
thank you.
Yeah.
Cleared.
Yeah. Anybody else with any of your questions, any doubts? Okay. So now I will show you one important thing. So you can go to your Google Chrome, and once you click on Google Chrome, click on Anaconda. Write down Anaconda. Anaconda, download. You see automatically it is showing Anaconda. So click on Anaconda, download. So once you click on Anaconda download, you get to see the first icon there. Anaconda, the world's most popular data science platform. Okay. So click on this Anaconda, world most popular data science platform. You get to see this particular platform where you have different tools to get it downloaded. Okay, for our analysis and all. Come to product, click on Anaconda distribution. Okay, you need to click on Anaconda distribution. You see open source. Open source means something which is free to use by anyone. So in computer science, majority of the things are open source. All the tools, most of the time they are open source. They do also have a professional, you see, commercial grade distribution. Okay? Anaconda professional, which is a paid one. Okay. So once there will be free, the other one is paid. Okay. So you can use the free one. It has all fully loaded functionality as in paid. But yeah, in given period, it depends. Like you can only use the paid if you are working for any organization. But in majority, everybody uses the open source platform. So you need to click on product, click on Anaconda distribution. Okay. Once you click on Anaconda distribution, then this page will open. Okay. Then you will get to see download option present. And you get to see three icons. This is Windows, this is Mac, this is Linux. Okay. You need to choose the operating system that you are using. If you are using a MacBook, then you have to click on Apple icon. If you are using Ubuntu, HP Ubuntu, then you need to click on this Linux. Okay. If you are using Windows, then you need to click on Windows. So click on Windows. Okay. Icon. Then it comes over here. It says that 64-bit graphical installer, 32-bit graphical installer. There are two options available, 64-bit and 32-bit. The first thing you should do is come into your search and write system information. Okay. Then click on system information. Come to system information and see the software environments as well as hardware environments. Means you can select anything. Okay. And the best part is okay, it cannot collect. So let me close it and let me start it. System. My Windows is a bit slow. Let me search again. System, or you can go with system configuration, whatever, system information configuration. Yeah. So if you open this system information, you will get a window with stating that all the information related to your laptop. Okay, means what is the hardware, what are the different components that are present in hardware. Okay. As of now, my Windows is not able to identify it, but in your laptop you will be able to see those things. Okay, so you can click on system summary. Okay? This is the main thing, system summary. Inside system summary, you will get to see 32-bit and 64-bit operating system. If it is written 32-bit, then you need to choose 32-bit installer. If it is written 64-bit operating system, then you need to choose 64-bit graphical installer.
The system summary is not showing in my laptop. Where is this? Well, I have opened this one. Okay, system summary. Now, what to click after this one?
Okay, you can share your screen. I will help you to get it.
Okay. This one. Now, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
I have shared my screen though. Share screen. So you have your share screen option is disabled for the participants.
Okay. I have now given you access.
The access. Okay, sure. Then I will see. Yeah. Can you see
Yes.
it now? Yeah.
So yes. So just to stay over here, you
Yeah.
can see x64 based PC. When you get to see system type
Yeah.
x64
Oh,
based PC.
basis PC. Yeah.
So it means that you are actually using 64-bit operating system. So you can close it and close this. In my laptop, it was not shown. Now close this as well. You can see in your about, it was showing 64-bit operating.
Yeah. So I have to do this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click on this.
Before time.
Yeah. So you need to wait. Yeah. You need to wait for a while. Wait for a while. Let's wait. Scroll a bit down.
Down.
Yeah. Fine.
Fine.
Go up. You need to wait a bit in order to get the downloads started. Or you can also see, go up and click on these three dots. You can check your downloads. Okay, it has not started. Click,
Yeah.
go back to Anaconda.
So,
It will. Click on the back. Get back to the previous page. Yeah. Click on download. So you need to wait a bit. It will get downloaded. Just can you tell me, is this your personal laptop or are you using organization laptop?
so this is my personal one.
Okay.
I work as a freelancer, so
Okay.
I don't have any
Fine.
organization. Yeah.
Can you click on this double click on this link?
Which one? This one.
No. The link, the hyperlink. Anaconda.com/product/distribution.
This one.
Yes, right click.
Okay.
Just give me a, I am requesting you for control. Give me the,
Okay. Yeah.
this is fine.
So it started.
Yes. Yeah. So it takes a bit time. Okay. Depends on your network bandwidth and everything. So it got started. So we will wait and I will show you guys how to get it installed. So let us wait and look back. Everybody else can follow the steps.
So we will be using this for the Python and SQL.
Yes, yes, yes.
Great. Nervous and excited both.
Yep.
Sir, we'll need your assistance when you finish, sir.
Yeah, so I'll just complete this and then I will come. Okay.
No problem. No problem.
So now we will click on this exe file. Once it is downloaded, now we'll click on this exe. So let's the exe get loaded. So you can see that welcome to Anaconda 3. This is the version. This is the 64-bit setup file. Click on next. Okay. Follow these steps very carefully, guys. You need to follow each and every steps. If you miss one of the steps, then again you need to start from beginning. Click on I agree. This is a license agreement. Click on I agree. Now, if you are using your organizational laptop, just use just me. If you are using your personal laptop, you can use just me or all user. I will keep it just me. Okay. And click on next. And then it will show that your Anaconda is getting installed in this particular path. C user Lenovo and then Anaconda. Okay. And amount of space that is required is 3.5 GB. So good amount of space required. Space available is 155.7 GB. Click on next. Then click on this checkbox, add Anaconda 3 to my path environment variable. So you need to click on this checkbox. If you miss this checkbox, your Anaconda will not get launched. So make sure you click on this checkbox. Okay. And then click on install. That's it. And wait until this Anaconda gets installed. Okay. So I will wait until Anaconda gets installed. It takes a bit time, but we will wait for Anaconda to get installed.
Sir, so I have to click on run, right? Run.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I have to use the option just me.
Just me, yes.
Okay. And then
Allow, there will be an option called allow. So if you install that.
just me.
Click on next.
The next is not active.
So you need to click on the checkbox. You get private. You have checked on that agreement, license agreement.
Yes.
So you get a this kind of view, right? What you get to see on screen. Setting up package.
I just have to click I agree, right? There's no tick box there. Like just I agree.
I didn't get. Can you repeat once?
So I have to click on the box I agree, right?
I agree, correct. Yes.
Yeah. So I agree. Then it says just me, and then next.
Yes, just me.
Then the next is not active.
So you get to see this kind of window, right?
I can see. 1 second.
Are you able to see this window?
No, I'm not able to see such type of window.
So wait, let it get complete.
Okay.
Or else you can share your screen. So Pooja, can you stop sharing? Once it get complete, just ping me, okay? Or let me know. You can stop sharing for a while. And once this gets completed, just let us know. I'll take you through next steps. You can stop sharing. Yeah. So who want to share?
Swati.
Yeah, Swati. Yeah, go ahead. So let me give you access.
I don't know how to share. 1 second. Give me 1 minute. I'll just figure it out. The window. Oh. Okay.
Are you sharing?
No, can you tell me how to share?
There is an option called share screen.
I can see mute. I can see start video. I can't see share.
Okay. Kunal, you are there. Can you make us host?
What are you saying?
Can you make me host?
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. Please make me host, okay? I need to give access to different users. Swati, you can go now and share your screen.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't have a space in your laptop.
Oh.
That's the biggest issue. So you cannot install an account now.
Oh, I need to clear. I need to make some space.
Yes. So that's why it was not active.
Oh.
Space required, you can see 3.5.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Space available is 2.4 GB.
Yeah.
So you need to, what is your RAM size in your laptop?
You're talking about 3264?
No. What is your RAM size?
I really don't know.
Okay. So give me an access. Okay, you have 8 GB and only the Available memory is very less. Most of your applications are filled up, so you need to delete some of the application and make a space, and then you follow the steps. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You can stop sharing.
Yeah.
Right, you can let me know, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
My time.
Yeah, go ahead. I have made you co-host.
Share screen.
Yeah.
Share screen. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
All right, click on this now.
Before that, what I said, you need to check whether it is 32-bit operating system or 64-bit operating system.
All right, so
how do you check that?
Scroll down here.
No.
No.
You need to come to system information. Go into your search icon. Give me access. So what I said, you need to come over here, search for system information. So this is a 4 GB, 3.2 GB usable, okay. And you have 64-bit operating system. Fine. So now I'll close this, click on downloads.
Okay.
You need to wait. Download will actually appear. Is this your organizational laptop?
No, my personal.
Fine.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Right.
Sir, which software will you use for SQL?
We can use dweaver. We can use SSMS SQL software, SQL Management Studio, SQL Management Studio. So you can use SSMS, or the best is dweaver. Okay, I will show you the examples in dweaver.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so your Anaconda is getting downloaded, and then you need to follow the rest steps. Okay, let's just get downloaded. I will show you the rest steps.
So a small doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, it's asking for the updates. So should I update or should I leave it?
No. Don't update. Don't update.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Don't. Every time it will ask for an update. So
okay, fine.
Don't make any update. Maybe after a year you can go and update.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you.
So I will click on this. Once it gets downloaded, click on the exe file. I think in your laptop also you might face a space issue. What I anticipate. Let us see. Click on next. Read. I agree. Scroll down. Just me. Okay. Space available 60 GB. Space required 3.5. So fine. Click on add Anaconda 3 to my path environment. Click on install. So once this gets installed, simply you will get to see Anaconda navigable. So, Pooja, you are there?
Yes, sir, I'm there, but my Anaconda is still downloading. I don't know what's the issue. It's still.
Okay. No, it takes time. Fine. It's fine. Completely fine.
Yeah. सर वो डाउनलोड हो गया है मेरा, so what should I do? मैं next पे click कर दूं?
Yes, you can click on this.
Okay. Then again next, finish.
Yeah.
There were two checkboxes that was already like clicked, तो मैंने उसको छेड़ा नहीं.
Yes.
Yeah. अब आपका मैं instructions का I'll wait.
So now you can go to your, okay. So I'm stopping here. You can share your screen.
Okay.
You can share.
And you can take the control if you want.
Yes, I'll take. Yeah. So now once the Anaconda is downloaded, come to your search and write Anaconda. You can see Anaconda Navigator. Okay. Click on Anaconda Navigator. So wait for it until it appears over here. It takes time. Don't do anything. Wait for it. We can see that it is booting up. Yes. It takes time to boot up. So you can see this is your dashboard, Anaconda Navigator dashboard. Okay. So you can see these are the different tools that we have it. We will be using Jupyter Notebook. Okay. You can see notebook, Jupyter Notebook. Okay. Nothing else. We'll be not using anything else other than Jupyter Notebook. So I will click on launch. I will click on launch. Okay, so it takes time. In Windows, it is very laggy, but nothing can be done. So it will open a new window in and every time it will ask, no, don't show again. So you can see it comes to your Google Chrome and it will open in your Chrome. Okay. So you can see your entire file system is present over here. So I will go to downloads. Inside downloads. Okay. I will click on new and I will click on folder. I will create a new folder and come and scroll down. You get to see untitled folder. Untitled folder is there. So click on this checkbox, rename this to
Python.
MCI
Okay.
Business Analytics.
So till the time like you're doing, what is Google Cloud basically, sir? I just don't know. Or they will
Google
come to.
Cloud is basically a service.
Okay.
Where it gives you a storage, it gives you computation. Okay, it's like your laptop, but 10,000 times of your laptop.
Okay, fine.
Okay, you get compute in your laptop. You can store data. You can compute anything, right?
Yeah.
All your computation you can do in your laptop. So Google Cloud is basically for application, enterprise level application.
Oh, okay, fine.
The application that we use is consumer level application, end user application. The application which enterprise users are end user applications. They build end user application and they basically try to access those infrastructure. It basically provides you the infrastructure where you can create your application, you can store your application data, you can kind of execute your application in Google Cloud. Cloud is basically that. I will give more definitions towards it in our course.
Yeah, that is there now.
Yeah, that is there.
Yeah.
So click on new, click on Python 3. Okay. Python 3 IPy kernel. You can see over here. So click on this.
Kernel.
Yes. So you can see over here, once we created a folder, we renamed that folder MCI Business Analytics. And then we are clicking on new again. And you get to see a new IPy notebook. IPy notebook. IPython notebook got created. Okay. So you can see untitled. Double click on this, rename this to Python Python day 1. Rename this and simply write print hello MCI. Run this. Okay. You can see it is able to print hello MCI. So your first line of code is this print. Whatever I want to print, I am able to print it. So now you have to save this. That's it. Rest we will learn tomorrow. Okay. So everybody install Anaconda. Install after installation. Do this process in Jupyter Notebook and keep yourself and your notebook ready by tomorrow. And we will be basically utilizing that for our next steps.
So this, when we type print, this brackets and this colon marks, they come automatically, na?
No. So
okay.
Print, then you need to write everything. Bracket,
okay.
and you need to write in double.
Hello.
Yeah, hello
Yeah.
MC. Double quotes, I'm writing it.
Okay, fine. Yeah, because I did a bit of like C++ programming, and there we have to like take care of every column and everything. So
Here
that's
also,
why,
you need
yeah.
to do.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you may have to complete the process tomorrow.
So you just follow the steps what I showed right away. Click on next, click on finish, click on Jupyter Notebook, click on new folder. Whatever I showed you, follow that steps and get that Python system ready. Okay.
Okay, if not, I'll just ask you to help me with tomorrow. All right.
Sorry, I didn't get it. Can you repeat?
If I don't remember all the steps, I will just ask you kindly to assist me complete the process tomorrow.
So why isn't it printing? I've done the same thing.
Sorry, I stopped sharing your screen. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see tomorrow.
Sure.
So you follow the steps, and then after, if you get stuck, you let me know.
So there it is now. Where am I? Where am I now? Get started. Are you seeing the screen?
No, I can't see your screen. Share your screen.
Okay, hold on.
ज़्यादा है मेरे लिए.
That's where I'm at now.
So you have your Anaconda there. No, not get started here. Click on Anaconda.
Okay.
You haven't followed the steps. So that's what I said. Follow the steps, whatever I have showed you.
Click
If
on
you
this
don't
here.
follow, no, not on that.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't do anything. Give me access.
Okay.
Please follow the steps from next time. Your download is still not completed.
Okay. Okay.
So follow the recording again. Go through the recording. Follow the steps, whatever I said. Once the download get completed, don't run here and there. You will lost everything. Follow the steps. That's it. Okay.
Okay. I'll see that I can download and okay.
Go back, check the recording, how I did the stuffs, and get the same stuff done. One side you see the recording and perform the stuffs. That's it.
Okay.
And if you get stuck, then you reach out to me.
No problem.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Anybody else? Any question?
I'll just finish with it, download.
Yeah, fine.
Sir, where can I find the recording?
Probably you will Kunal will share with you on Google Classroom. So you have an
Okay, okay, cool. Okay, thanks.
Cool, guys. See you tomorrow, same time, and we will learn many things. Okay.
Chalo, bye everyone. Happy learning.
Yeah. Bye.